Welcome back, my dear students. Today we are going to learn about disease, what makes our body feel unwell or out of balance. Did you know the word disease comes from the Middle English? Dis means without and easy means comfort. So a disease is simply a lack of easy. Disease can disturb our normal health. So by learning how they spread, how long they last and where they come from, we can prevent, diagnose and treat them better. This knowledge keeps us and our community healthy and safe. So let's get started and become smarter at fighting disease. Now we'll study endemic disease. An endemic disease is like an unwanted guest that never really lives. It stays in a particular place or population all the time. Its presence is steady and predictable like the weather in that region. So endemic disease is just like endemic means for your remember purpose, endemic means every day in that place. It's like a local problem that needs local solution. What are the key points? It sticks around without needing new infections to be brought in front outside. It often survives because of local conditions like climate, environment or living habits. Examples to remember: malaria, always hanging around in parts of sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia because warm, wet climates help mosquitoes thrive. Chickenpox, still common in places where not everyone get vaccinated, it keeps circling in schools and neighborhoods. Colors or visceral leishmaniasis, a stubborn problem in certain areas of India and Bangladesh, spread by sandflies that love humid rural spots. Now we will study epidemic disease. Epidemic disease means an epidemic is like a sudden storm of sickness. It's a sudden sickness, sudden form of sickness, sudden storm of sickness when the number of disease causes shoots up away above normal in a certain area and time. It's unexpected, fast and often scary. For remember purpose, epidemic means extra cases or extra fast. It's like an uninvited flash mob of illness, so we need quick action to control it. Key points: it can stay in one place like a village, city or state or spread to bigger areas. Often happens because of new germs, poor hygiene or seasonal conditions like rains creating mosquito breeding grounds. Examples to remember: dengue fever spikes during the monsoon in India when water collects and mosquitoes party. Ebola virus has caused dangerous outbreak in parts of West Africa, spreads quickly through close contact. Plague, the Black Death, spreads like wildfire in medieval Europe, wiping out large parts of the population. These are the examples of epidemic disease. Now we'll study pandemic disease. A pandemic is like an epidemic with a passport. Means it can move the country barrier. It can cross the country barrier. So it does not stay in one place but travels across countries and continents, affecting millions of people all over the world at the same time. Just for remember, pandemic means passport plus people everywhere. So it's like a global wave of sickness, showing us why international teamwork is so important in health. So the key points are: it spreads globally, crossing borders and oceans, usually caused by new or unexpected germs, so our bodies have little or no natural defense against it. Examples to remember: COVID-19, spread by SARS-CoV-2, turned the whole world upside down from 2020 onwards. 1918 Spanish influenza, one of the deadliest pandemics ever, affecting millions right after World War One. H1N1 swine flu, it was happened in 2009, spread to over 200 countries in a matter of months. Acute disease. Acute disease is basically is like a stubborn storm. It hits first, feels intense and does not stay for long. It comes on quickly and causes strong symptoms and usually ends on. And either you can get better, or in serious cases it can be fatal if untreated. So just for remember, acute means arrives first, so it ends first. It's like a quick drama in your body, so early care is very much essential. So key points: short duration, last days to a few weeks, symptoms are clear and obvious, you know something's wrong. Examples to remember: influenza or flu makes you feel miserable for a week, but you bounce back with rest and care. Typhoid fever, sudden fever with serious weakness, needs quick treatment. Measles, high fever and rash, but can be prevented with vaccination. Chronic disease. A chronic disease is like an unwanted roommate. It moves in slowly and then just won't leave. It develops over a long time and sticks around for months, years, or even for life. Sometimes it comes down, remission, but can flare up again or exacerbation. So, what are the key points? Long duration, think months to a lifetime, often linked to lifestyle or diet or habit, family history, or long-term exposure to risk. Examples to remember: diabetes mellitus, when your body struggles to control blood sugar, need lifelong care and healthy habits. Hypertension or high blood pressure, the silent killer, stays for years if not managed well. Tuberculosis, if not treated early, it can turn chronic and drag on. Rheumatoid arthritis, it causes long-term joint pain and swelling, sometimes flares up, sometimes stays quiet. Communicable disease. A communicable disease is like a traveling troublemaker. It spreads from one person to another. It can jump directly, like through touch, sneezing, or kissing, or it hitch a ride on water, air, insects, or contaminated objects. Key points: these are caused by tiny troublemakers, bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. A big deal for public health because they can spread first and affect many people. Examples to remember: HIV and AIDS spreads through infected blood, sharing needles, or unsafe sex. Tuberculosis, a cough can carry TB germs through the air. Hepatitis B is passed on through infected blood or body fluids. Fun tip: just remember, communicable mean can catch it. One person's infection can become everyone's problem. So hygiene, vaccination, and awareness are super important here. Non-communicable disease or NCD. A non-communicable disease is like a solo problem. It does not spread from one person to another. Instead, it quickly develops because of genetics, environment, or lifestyle choices like unhealthy food, no exercise, or smoking. Key points: many NCDs are chronic. They stick around for a long time and need lifelong care. They are a major health challenge everywhere. Both rich and poor countries face them. Examples to remember: cancer, uncontrolled growth of cells can affect different parts of the body. Heart disease, it includes problems like heart attacks and blocked arteries. Diabetes mellitus, trouble controlling blood sugar linked to diet and genes. Stroke, sudden brain damage due to a blocked or burst blood vessels. Fun tip: just remember, non-communicable means not catchy. So you can catch it like a cold, but you can prevent many of them by staying active, eating healthy, and avoiding bad habits. Infectious disease. An infectious disease is like a sneaky invader caused by tiny germs, bacteria, viruses, fungi, or protozoa that enter your body, multiply, and make you sick. Key points: it can spread in different ways, directly person to person, or indirectly mosquitoes, dirty water, or contaminated objects. But remember, not every infectious disease spreads easily between people. Some need special routes. Examples to remember: malaria, it is caused by a protozoa spread by mosquitoes, so you cannot catch it directly from a sick person. Tetanus, bacteria enter through dirty cuts or wounds, no passing from one person to another. Tuberculosis, it's infectious and contagious, spreads through tiny droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Fun tip: just remember, infectious means invading germs. So they sneak in, multiply, and cause trouble. That's why cleanliness, vaccines, and vector control are super important here. Contagious disease. A contagious disease is like an ultra friendly germ. It loves to jump from one person to another through touch, sneezes, or close contact. It's a special type of infectious disease that spreads easily when people near each other. So for just remember, contagious means catchy or close contact. If you can catch it easily by being near someone, it's contagious. So cover your cough, wash your hands, and stay home if you are sick. So what are the key points? It's a subset of infectious disease. All contagious diseases are infectious, but not all infectious diseases are spread so easily. Usually spreads through droplet like coughing, sneezing, skin contact or touching rashes or body fluids. Examples to remember: measles, so contagious that one sick person can infect many in a crowded room. Chicken pox, it spreads like wildfire among kids, one itchy friend, everyone scratching. Common cold, the champion of contagious diseases, a sneeze can share it with the whole class. Zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease, just remember, zoonotic means zoo plus human. So when animals pass on germs to people, that is zoonotic. So animal care, hygiene and vaccination are super important for both the humans and animals. So basically a zoonotic disease is like a surprise package from animals. It's a disease that can jump from animals to humans naturally. It reminds us that humans and animals share more than just the planet. Sometimes we share germs too. Key points: it can be caused by bacteria, viruses, parasites, or even unusual agents. Spreads in different ways: direct contact with animals, insect bites, eating contaminated food, or from the environment. Examples to remember: rabies, spread by bites from infected dogs or bats, a real danger without vaccine. Anthrax, it comes from the infected livestock. People can get it through animal products or contact. Plague, the historic Black Death spread by fleas living on rats. Avian influenza or bird flu, it passed from infected birds to human, can cause serious illness. Waterborne disease, it's just like waterborne means water, watch what you drink. So clean water saves life, so always boil, filter or purify your drinking water and keep your surroundings clean. Basically a waterborne disease is like a hidden danger in a glass. It spreads when we drink or use water that's contaminated with harmful germs. So if the water is not clean, it can secretly carry bacteria, viruses or parasites right into our bodies. The key points include: mostly happens when there is poor sanitation and not enough safe drinking water. It's still a big reason for sickness and even death in many developing countries, especially where clean water is hard to get. Examples like cholera caused by Vibrio cholerae, severe diarrhea and dehydration from unsafe water. Typhoid fever, it is caused by Salmonella typhi, spreads through dirty drinking water or food washed with it. Hepatitis A, a virus that affects the liver, often spread by drinking water polluted with human waste. Amoebic dysentery caused by Entamoeba histolytica leads to stomach pain and severe diarrhea. So this is waterborne disease. Nosocomial disease or hospital acquired infection. Just remember, nosocomial means not from home, so it arises from the hospital. Good hospital hygiene, hand washing, sterilization and careful equipment use is the superpower that keeps these infections away. So what is the definition? A nosocomial disease is like an unwanted souvenir that you never wanted from the hospital. It's an infection that a person picks up inside a hospital or clinic which was not there when they got admitted. Key points: shows up 48 hours or more after admission, so you know it's from the hospital setting. Often caused by drug resistant germs that are tough to treat because hospitals deal with many sick people and lots of antibiotics. MRSA infections, methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, a tough bacteria that does not respond to common antibiotics. Catheter associated urinary tract infections or CAUTI, germs can sneak in through tubes used to drain urine. Ventilator associated pneumonia happens when germs enter the lungs through a breathing machine. Surgical site infections, when wounds get infected after an operation. So this is about nosocomial disease or hospital acquired disease. So I hope this class helped you understand the basic concepts of disease and how they spread, how long they last, and why knowing about them keeps us and our community safe and healthy. If you found this lesson helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more easy and clear biology concepts. Keep learning, stay curious and take care of your health. See you next time. Thank you.